that down a little bit. So we had to switch the internet, and that crashed us again. So this is what takes time. Now I need to find the location of the stream on YouTube. PlayStation never does that, right? Alright, where are you, stream? Here we go. Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, I think everything's good. Let me know if it sounds good. And please do inform me if there's any more audio or visual issues, which we've had a plethora of today. The problem was I was trying to stream the PS4 through the capture card, and my computer just wasn't capable. It just could not handle it, and it was pretty bad. So here we are, back to streaming with PS4's native streaming data. Please let me know if you can hear us pretty well. Can you hear us? Let's do sound. Alright, hopefully that helps. Oh man, I love this monster that just has like a face in its back, as a cat face. Hey, my voice sounds distorted? My voice sounds distorted now. What could be going on? Let me switch to the speaker and see about that.
How does it sound now? Does, everything sound normal?
It's over.
God, what a day. Can't just stream, have to have 1,000 problems. Just wanna play a relaxing game after a long, hard day. How does it sound now, guys? Garuda. The Garuda is actually based off a Hindu myth, I think? Yes. It was a dragon or a bird or something that one of the gods rode. Refresh my memory on that. Okay. Probably it was plugged into the wrong USB port. So sad that we started an hour ago with like 15 people. And they were all like, this is dumb. Bye! Well, they can't all be winners. Yeah, so Super Chat is available. If you want to pay me money to stream bad, that's an option you have now. And if you want to pay money to YouTube to be a channel member to watch more bad things, you can get new emojis. I made a new one. The other one's Pyramid Head made by my good friend Nintengatos over on Twitter. Who eventually I will probably just hire to make the rest of them because I'm bad at this. Oh boy. Straighter. Stop slouching. Lord, it's almost been an hour and we just started. Oh well. Pass is the pass. Let's kick some ass! Like this Garuda, which doesn't really have an ass, it's just a bird. Do birds have asses? I mean, biologically, but... Ah, you started Final Fantasy X over? Nice. It's such a good game. I have feelings about it every day. Every day. Let's wait and see if the overdrive holds to the next battle, because that'd be awesome. Also, he has, like, none health left. Bye! Alright, we'll wait a little longer there. Hey, Yuna, girl, let's heal. Alright, there's a lot of treasure, I think, in this area, if I remember right. Some of it... No, that's the previous area. You have to have a chocobo to get. I don't think we really explored that, but it's best to kind of leave the exploration until later in the game when you have the ship, because then you can just, you know, go everywhere and do everything. Let's do Blizzard.
Time to get down.
Now, children, play nice. Alright, let's kill Crotchface. Love him. I think his name's like Garchimera. I really need to look. That's gotta be something from Japanese folklore or something. There's no way they were just like, let's just put a crotch on this guy with a face. Crotch face. My new invention.
Farewell.
Good job,
No time
Orin.
to waste. Let's go.
No time to... Where are we going? We're not in a rush. We're just going to the... Meet Seymour. Ooh, that was a lot of gil. Thank you. I love this game, because you're like a summoner and everybody loves you. Half the people you talk to give you free shit. I mean, that's a staple of RPGs anyway, but I feel like Final Fantasy X does it more than any other RPG I've ever played. Everybody gives you free shit. Man, one of the things I saw at the convention this weekend, and I'm kind of sad I didn't get it, but I was out of money, was this, like, probably at least 10 or 15 years old Tonberry plush. You could kind of tell it was from the 2000s. It was so cute. A little knife and everything. I was chasing my friend with it, going, ding, ding. I should have bought that and just chased him around the house with it. Oh, that would have been fun. One day. Oh, Lulu, you're dying. Let's, Man, I really wanted to be able to stream this through the capture card, because having the ability to not do it through the PlayStation means that my face won't be over top the freaking bar that shows the order of characters. Grr. Whatever, we're just gonna... All it takes is one hit from Waka and he'll be dead. I don't think I have a lore ring. So I shouldn't be having any over-the-top amount of encounters. This is just, I think, pretty heavy area. Suffixia says Seymour would kick Sephiroth's ass, which in a Final Fantasy group would be a very contentious comment. But honestly, I feel like my feelings about Sephiroth are mixed, because he's a very good character and a very good villain.
Don't break any bones, old man.
But he's very much sort of out of his mind. There are certain other characters that I feel like are more capable because they are less losing it. Though also it depends on how you interpret the story. It might not even be Sephiroth, it might be Genova, it might be both, we don't know. But the both Seymour and Sephiroth kind of have the thing going on where they don't die for real. So they have that going for them. But of course, usually is it Kefka or Sephiroth that's the best villain? And I'm like, eh. Wow, you guys are kind of kicking my butt. Kefka does get points for actually ending the world. But I feel like, other than that, he's just kind of a weird clown. He's not my favorite villain. The heroes in that game are a lot more interesting to me than Kefka. My favorite villain is actually Kuja from Final Fantasy IX, because I feel like he has such a compelling story. He starts off as a very manipulative and very in control character that's manipulating everything behind the scenes and not getting his hands dirty. But then he finds out this horrible truth about himself, and it all starts to unravel. And then in the end, he kind of has a heel turn, where he helps out. And it's just a very cool character arc. I think he's the most interesting villain. I don't know necessarily about who would be most powerful, because every Final Fantasy world runs by different rules. So, you know, I don't know that that's really a conversation you can have, but I definitely think Kuja's the most interesting to me. I like Vayne from 12, too. He was kind of the same as Kuja, where he started off as a very manipulative character who kind of started to lose it. Well, the thing about Sephiroth that makes him such a good villain isn't his, like, power and influence over the world, it's his power and influence over Cloud. You know, it's a very intimate villainy. The relationship between him and Cloud that's so abusive and so twisted and hurts Cloud so badly is what makes him a bad guy. So it's a very different scenario compared to, like, Kefka destroys the world, or Sephiroth completely fucks with Cloud's mind and breaks him. You know, it's hard to compare. Same sort of here. Seymour kind of plays both ways. He kind of messes with Yuna quite a lot, but his ultimate goals are more worldwide. But there's definitely an aspect there of that personal evil. I feel like Sephiroth really sticks with people for that reason. Kefka was global. Sephiroth fucked with you. And so it felt very personal. And we were all very like, I can't believe that happened, oh god! I healed the wrong guy. Getting distracted. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna... Who do we need? Well, yeah, we'll bring Titus out here. I should check my spear grid and see how we're doing there. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Oh boy, everybody's dying because I'm looking at the freaking stream stats. I love this song. It's one of my favorite battle themes. Let's get you to... Get Waka to get rid of weird guy. I never noticed that because of the position of his wings, he kind of has, like, two asses. Like this guy there. Kind of does. Look at his butt. That's a little weird. You're just kind of all kinds of strange, buddy. Not a fan. Really not. Have I played Crisis Core and Dirge of Cerberus? I have. I basically enjoyed both. Crisis Core was my favorite of the two, for sure. There were things I could have done without. I feel like Genesis as a character really undermines a lot of the series. They put him in there because he was modeled after Gact, which was a big pop star in Japan, and I get why they did. And for the most part, I was okay with him until around Nibelheim. When he started to, like, get involved in plot points there, I was like, you're completely erasing years of history of this game and things that really were emotional and mattered and making them cheaper because now it's just, we want this character in the game to make money because he's a famous man. You know, that was dumb. I didn't like that. But Zack and his story and that was amazing. Really liked that. Dirge of Cerberus. Oh, thank you! Thuggish Unicorn 88! Aw, I'm glad you like the game. This is also one of my favorite games. I played Dirge of Cerberus too, and it was alright. I remember I beat it. I haven't finished Crisis Core because I don't own my copy anymore. Or do I? Did I buy it back? At one point I sold all my PSP stuff because I was poor. But I may have just recently bought that one again. I need to play it again. Dirge of Cerberus I did finish. The ending was so, like, it had moments where it was just so corny, like, Power Rangers go, you know, like, it was so weird. The tone was completely all over the place. But, I mean, mechanically, I enjoyed it. I think it could have been better. And I think that the fact that you get wings when you transform into Chaos at the end of the game, and you can't fly, that haunts me. That will haunt me to my grave. I wake up in the middle of the night and go, they turn you into a demon with wings and they don't let you fly. It haunts me to this day. But overall, yeah, like, I don't hate the extended universe of Final Fantasy VII like some people do. I think it could have been done better, and I think there's aspects of it that are kind of cheap. But on the whole, I'm the kind of person that's open to, like, hey, let's mess with this, and let's play with that, and let's make movies about this. I'm not, like, a fandom purist, which I think y'all could probably tell from how I deal with, like, Silent Hill. I'm pretty open to the movies and to most of the games, you know. It doesn't bother me. Is this the part where you fight Sin Spawn? It's gonna be soon. Let's see here. We got everybody. Yeah, there's gonna be a whole big thing. Big thing here. And then maybe we'll run off and play some Blitzball. Because I love Blitzball, and I want to get Waka's special weapon. I don't know, I think you can start unlocking those at any point after, like, you access the area. I know a lot of them you can't get until you have the airship. But I think if you win the various tournaments, you can just get his weapon. You just can't unlock its special powers. Alright, that's everything for you. Alright, Orin. You have so many... what is this? What is this? Strap... I don't care about that. I'm gonna waste so many... might be useful later, but no, I wanna... We're gonna ignore that. Would I play Obscure 1 and 2 on PS2? I certainly would, because I actually own Obscure the Aftermath, which I think is the second one. I just bought that recently. I started Fatal Frame already, so I'm gonna play them in order, I guess. Fatal Frame will be first, and then Siren, and then Obscure. What's your opinion on the novel sequel where Titus kicks a ball and explodes in his face? Well, I didn't know that happened, which that's pretty great. In general, I'm not a fan of the Final Fantasy X sequels. Not 10-2. 10-2 was well-intentioned, but I feel like, to some extent, they didn't get to do everything they wanted because, marketing-wise, to make a game about all women, they had to make it fetishy. And so it jumps between these, like, themes of this is a world after tragedy and chaos, and Yuna's trying to discover who she is now.
I wasn't able to stop them.
But also, we're gonna have a, like, bikini fight in Hot
Seeing
Springs.
their fierce determination,
It's weird.
I couldn't just sit there. So I decided...
Yeah, I don't care about you. And then later they have, like, a audio drama or a novel or something where Sin comes back and Titus and Yuna break up, and I'm like, what is the point? Like, okay, do more with your universe, but don't just erase the entire progress of the original game. Like, Final Fantasy X-2 didn't erase what happened in 10. They kind of built upon it and went in a new direction with it, and that's fine. But the other stuff, I'm like, that's garbage. Literal garbage. Let's try... He doesn't really use... It's unfortunate that a lot of the extended stuff in the Final Fantasy universes isn't as good. Because you can do sequels and things and make them good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff with good sequels. Final Fantasy IV got a sequel that was apparently really bad, which doesn't surprise me, because the direction they went with it was the kid of the main hero, and I just feel like there's no way they did that right. It just, that's not... That ignores the themes of the original game. The original game was about the relationship between this trio of people.
Please,
and how
fight with us.
How they sort of came to be at peace with one another, sort of. Like, they had to come to understand one another. And to create a sequel that doesn't even really deal with that anymore, it just kind of... They have a kid now, and he's going to go on an adventure. Like, that's kind of... That's not interesting. Yeah, I agree with you, Kratos, on that part with the 10-2 as a game, like what they do with the plot does not bother me. The fan servicey stuff bothers me, and I feel like it really was somebody on the team like, we can't market or sell this game unless they're in bikinis and there's a massage mini game. Like, that stuff is what bothered me, and why originally when I was a kid I never finished the game. I think as an adult I could play it and just ignore the parts I don't like, but as a kid I was like, this is dumb. I don't like this. I literally quit on the what do you call it, the mini game, the massage thing that you had to do. It was like, this is stupid. I hate it. 10 is definitely my favorite, but I don't think 10-2 is a bad game. In fact, it's really fun to play. I hate the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy mostly because of the fighting mechanics. That's a tragic series. It had potential, and it has some neat characters in it. I mean, it's the second game in the series to have a female protagonist, which is pretty fun. But they really were so badly done, especially Lightning Returns. Like, I feel like 13 and 13-2 are playable and have some flaws, but Lightning Returns is basically a garbage. Oh, how could I? Oh man, Lightning Returns is just, I don't get it. If you, I mean, there's a substantial group of people that like it, and you know, like what you like. You do you. I'm just very turned off by the fact that there's 2 whole games trying to save this world, and then Lightning Returns' premise is, well, you didn't save it, so fuck you, I guess. And now we have to go try and bring all these souls with us to the apocalypse that's inevitably happening, and they tried to make Snow edgy, and he's not. Like, his character was a mistake from the start. They never wrote him right at all. Yeah, I recommend... I think 13 is at its strongest when you focus on the good characters. There's some really neat character moments in the game, but the plotting and pacing make very little sense. I remember a scene stuck out to me where a bad guy was introduced in a really dramatic way, like, this is a bad guy and he's gonna be dangerous. And about 5 minutes later, he had a really dramatic death scene. Damn it, that was really bad. And it's like, you just showed up and had this dramatic intro, and then you just died, and he never came back. It's like, it was a half-finished game. And I know it's because, if you know anything about Final Fantasy history, Final Fantasy 12 ended up taking much longer than it should have. Because the director left halfway through, he didn't like the direction the game was going. He basically wanted more control over his projects that Square Enix wasn't giving him. And so he left. And there was also, I believe, a death in the family of one of the major team members, which slowed them down a little bit. So it ended up taking 6 years for them to finish 12, which was a long time back then. And Final Fantasy 13 had already been started, but by the time 12 was finished, the PS3 was on its way. So it was like, we can't publish another major game on this old system. We have to update everything from 13 to be on the new system. And so it was this mad dash to take what they'd already make and sort of save and reuse it for this new project that just feels really half-assed. Especially because the last game took 6 years. They were like, we can't do that again. And the side effect was the game was not done. I've heard a lot of people say 13.2 is the best of them. And I want to try it at some point. I think it is more interesting concept-wise. But, yeah, there was definite reasons for its issues. It wasn't just, like, a bad game. It had some struggles. Yeah, ever since 12, Final Fantasy has basically been cursed. And not because the games are bad now. It just, you know, sometimes that happens in your life. You have a stumbling block and it affects things, like, ages after. They've been having problems since. They had the director of 12 leave, and that game took too long, so 13 came out to unfinished, and at that point they really, you know, didn't have another project they were ready to do. They were working on the Versus thing for a while, but that just kind of fell apart. Tetsuya Nomura was given directing, and just, he can't direct. He can't control a project. Every project he's been in charge of has taken more than 10 years. I mean, they took him off Versus because it wasn't going anywhere, and they managed to finally sort of salvage something from it and make 15. And even then, like, a lot of people, in the beginning, rightfully, there were some issues. And I feel like it could have been an even better game if Nomura hadn't half-assed it for so long. Like, he was an artist. Understand, he was hired as a designer, a concept artist, and he drew, like, Cloud and characters like that from about Final Fantasy VII onward. And then they decided that this artist should be in charge of entire teams. And I just don't get it. He's, like, the one game I think he's actually finished and put out. No, they've all been Kingdom Hearts games. Because he didn't put out 15. And it took him, like, what? A decade and a half to do Kingdom Hearts 3? Have I played Tactics Ogre? I have not. I do want to play more of Matsuno's games. I really want Vagrant Story so bad. One of these days. I'm trying to get back into playing, like, the older PS2 generation Square games, other than just Final Fantasy, because I haven't played a lot of them. And there were so many good ones. I've played Chrono Trigger, which is one of my favorite games of all time. It's amazing. And I have Chrono Cross, which I need to play eventually. What were the other ones? I've got... I have Odin Sphere, but that's not... I think that's Atlas? I haven't played that one either. I have a lot of series I need to catch up on. Yeah, I would be cautiously optimistic of Final Fantasy VII's remake. I think it's going to be fun. I think for a lot of people that played the original, the nostalgia factor will make it enjoyable. And maybe, like, gameplay-wise, new people will be drawn in. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, there's too many unknown factors. There's almost 2 decades of extra content they've created that I don't know. They're gonna, I guess, try and add, like, Genesis to the game, the Advent Children stuff. I mean, are they just gonna remake the original plot verbatim? I don't think so. And I don't know how that's going to affect the plot. I don't know how good it's gonna be. So I am cautiously optimistic. I think whatever happens, it'll be a fun game to play. I don't know if it'll be a good remake. But either way, my feeling on remakes and HD updates and all that is that whatever quality it is, it still brings attention and new life to the original IP. Like, new people will play the game and will go back and maybe try the original because they liked it or they wanted to see what the fuss was about. Like, whatever happens,
So, how
Final
shall we do
Fantasy
this?
VII, even we've already seen it happen online. Fan art has doubled on my timeline. I mean, I see it everywhere now. Whereas, you know, a year ago, before that second announcement, no, it was pretty, you know, it was here and there, but you had to go seek it out. So whatever happens, we will at least get more amazing fan content, which I love. Do I need to go? No, I guess I go this way.
Watch and weep, Crusaders!
I don't know. I feel like I get why they're not doing turn-based. It's controversial, and a friend and I argue about it, but I feel like what they're going for here, it works, because they're focusing a lot more on the sort of, fires with their weakness. The very technical, mechanic, apocalypse kind of thing, like the visual world that I've seen from the demos works very well with this sort of like free flow. Kind of reminds me of The Witcher. You know, you're in this big, terrible sort of post-apocalyptic-ish dystopian world, just armed with your sword trying to survive. I think it'll be fun, but it's not gonna be turn-based. They're not gonna make, I think, any new turn-based games when it comes to remakes and stuff, because it's kind of like Resident Evil 2. People were upset the fixed cameras didn't come back. It's a different time, and if they want to make this game appeal to general audiences, they have to take out the things that are dividing factors. And dividing factors are really specific types of gameplay, like fixed cameras or turn-based RPGs. So I get it. I like both styles of games, so I'm basically excited.
Miss me?
Hello, new folks. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to handle some aspects of Final Fantasy VII. Things that worked in, like, very sort of crappy graphics, you know, that charm of those graphics are not going to work in full 3D. It's just not going to translate well. So again, there's so much up in the air, so many variables. I'm not going to know how I feel until I see more of the game, which I don't think will happen for a little while. Hey, we got a save point. As for Atlas games, I think I've played 3 or 4 of them, I've really enjoyed them. I think they're pretty good. What do I have that's Atlas? Yeah. Legend of Legacy and The Alliance Alive are DS titles from Atlas that are really fun. I really enjoy them. Legend of Legacy was kind of hard for me. I don't know if that's because I just wasn't good at the mechanics or what, but the Alliance Alive is a cleaner version of the same mechanics with a better story, so if you hadn't, I would just play the Alliance Alive. They're not sequels or anything, it's just sort of the same style of game, made by, I think, the same team. But they are pretty fun games. I have a couple others by them, but I haven't started them yet. Alright, are we still fighting monsters? Nope. I agree, bad, wrong, fun. I would want the dress to be an equipable item.
Curses. Ow! Ugh.
Idiot.
He really hates them, huh?
Chapu. He left the sword Waka gave him in Besaid. And he fought with an Albed Machina weapon instead.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
That's why I kicked them with my open-toed shoes. Oh, Waka. Oops, turned around. Yes, they are getting ready for the, Operation Mihen, I think is what it's called. Oh, poor children. They mean well. This part of the game is so tragic. It's so well done. And it's so early in the game, too. Well, we're obviously gonna have to fight that thing.
It won't work anyway.
Don't say that.
Hmm.
It might be a hopeless campaign. And it might mean defying Yevon. But the Crusaders and the Albed, they're doing their best to defeat sin. They want to rid Spira of sin forever. And that's just what we want too, isn't it? Isn't it?
That's my girl.
All right.
I love her.
But I still think Machina are bad news. They're forbidden for a reason.
Lady Summoner, there you are. The command center is that way. Maester Keenock is also there.
Maester Keenock too?
Yes. Please,
There's a reason that you feel like this reminds you of Mass Effect with the Reapers. It's very similar, sort of. I don't know. I think of like Godzilla, kind of that type of big bad monster movie, but played serious. Also, I love this adorable child learning how to fight with a real sword. She totally just cut that guy's leg off, for real. Oh, man. Oh, hey, buddy. I need some items. Give me...
Monopoly's a great... Oops.
You're an idiot. Alright. Ooh, you got weapons. Probably nothing I really want. I think I'm pretty good. Can't wait until I can actually create my own. It's one of my favorite things in games. I love being able to create weapons. Oop. Yeah, that's probably good enough. We might want that. Pretty sure we're about to come up on an area with petrifying monsters. And I don't know that she... Does Yuna know Iswena yet? Yeah, she does. Okay, well, at least there's that, but we got backup. I guess I'll save again, because why not? Obsessive saving! Am I a fan of Dissidia? I absolutely love Dissidia. Dissidia 1 and 2 are my favorites, of course, because the PS4
The operation
version
will begin shortly.
is terrible.
Please check all
So
your
disappointing
equipment.
in so many ways. I bought it day one.
All right.
Of
So
course
mad.
not. I came here to fight sin, but they stick me here.
If you want to prove yourself,
Huh?
first you must complete the tasks you are given.
Oh yeah, there's a part here I think where we can like
Doing what they. You'd think the same if you were me.
there's a part here where you can influence which character lives and which dies, and I always save the kid. Cause he's younger. He has more life to live.
Oh. I had heard from Seymour, but I didn't know if we'd actually meet. Good to see you, Oren. 10 years, is it?
That's Wen Keenock, one of the 4 maesters of Yevon. He leads the warrior monks, and also commands the Crusaders.
He also looks like a potato.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
Sir.
Tell me, Oren, where have you been the last 10 years?
We don't have time for this now, do we?
He does not like
This plan
you.
won't work. You know that. We'll just let them dream a little longer.
What?
Lord Keenock.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
That Keenock a maester?
I heard that, Oren. A lot has happened the last 10 years. What were you doing and where?
Fulfilling a promise I made to a friend. I still am.
Just tell me one thing. Have you seen Zanarkand?
I kinda think we don't belong here.
It is time at last. We must tell the Albed waiting outside to begin the operation at once. The fiends may break through. This place is not safe. Make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. Tell me when you're ready.
This part of the game is so heartbreaking. And it's just so... They just don't care at all. They're like, yeah, let them dream a little longer. They're all going to die, but who cares? Ugh. Alright. Gotta be a bunch of items around here. Hi, Yuna!
I'm a little nervous.
I would be too.
Anything could happen. Make sure you're ready for combat.
All the big signs that we're about to fight a boss. The game's like screaming it
Go
at
to
you.
Yuna.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little nervous.
Okay, Warren. Thanks, wingman. Alright, any more items? Anywhere? Oh, hey. No idea what you said.
With them here, it's like Yevon authorizes this whole operation.
Mm-hmm, that's because they do. You gonna talk to me, buddy? Nope. Not surprised. Alright, let's see if we got any more equipment. Yeah. I think that's the best thing we got right now. I love this music. What was it? Armlet we picked up? Here we go. Yeah, we want that. That's a good weapon. If you're just jumping in and you were here earlier, you haven't missed really anything. We just fought a bunch of monsters and got to the main command, and we're about to see the main cutscene here. Yeah, this is a pretty messed up game. Aww. I get you, bad wrong fun. She has, like, an amazing look and aura and just definitely one of those characters. Even if the dress belt is a little weird. That's just, that's... Was it Nomura, I think, designed this game? I'm pretty sure. If it looks weird, it was probably Nomura. No, I was ready.
Are you ready? Mr. Kinnock, please.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Will Sin come?
Sin always returns for its spawn. To make sure, we're going to encourage them to call out to it.
You won't have to. It'll come.
I remembered Orin telling me. Sin is my old man. Sin is Jecht.
Uh-oh. That's no good. Time to fight a monster. I remember you. Hey, Katsuki. You'll be happy to know I was playing Resident Evil 2 this weekend, trying to catch back up to where I was. I got about to the laboratory, so hopefully next week I'll be able to stream it. Alright, so I think, yeah, we kill the arms first. Do I have haste? I think I do. He has no weaknesses, so probably want to call Lulu back, pull Orin out. Let's skill power break. Yeah, we'll save it for... Yeah, I think Nomura's designs work on a certain level. I think in some of the games they're a little more
Dad, I can hear that.
strange. I don't know. I think 10 mostly is okay. It's just characters like Lulu is like, oops. It's definitely confusing, but that's that trend sorta, because Pain in 10-2 also just stands out completely and makes no sense. Still, the designs are lovely. I do love there's a scene in the later part of the game where Lulu gets carried by Kamari because she can't cross this certain terrain in her dress, which is awesome. Ugh. And you know, we never see what she's wearing on her feet. Because that dress goes all the way down. I don't think we ever see if she's wearing boots or what.
Yeah.
Alright. I love how he just... Alright, the head is moving suspiciously. Can I get Lulu to get it? No, not Orin. Awesome. I could actually attack the head and kill it. I don't know if that's really gonna help me out any, so we'll just focus on the arms. I was thinking the same thing, y'all. Impractical black high heels. Oh, man. Which would mean in reality she's even shorter than she looks, which is hilarious to me. Yes. Pain in well, really all of Final Fantasy X-2 is so emblematic of the 2000s. Like, it just, the opening with the pop singer, or like Kingdom Hearts with the skateboarding minigame. Oh, the games of the PS2 era are so dated, and it's lovely. I love it. Oh, man. Alright, attack that head before it acts suspiciously. Just belts all the way down. That works too. I can see that. Alright, I might need... Ooh, he's like dead. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Took a medication today for a doctor's appointment that literally the side effect is just sleep, always. And I'm fighting it because I slept literally the entire day already. It's ridiculous. Alright, we'll attack the head because it's being suspicious! And whenever I see suspicious things, I throw balls at them. Alright, let's get Titus in here. And we're gonna use haste. And we'll have Yuna heal him. Yeah. Final Fantasy X-2 definitely has, like, a magical girl aspect to it that I really like. I don't like the fetishy moments, like the parts where Riku hits on her freaking cousin, but I'm not against the, like, girly, the sort of, what's that, Charlie's Angels kind of thing. I mean, how many games have entirely the whole cast of characters as girls? It's amazing. It has that going for it. I just hate that because of that, you know, they also added the fetish. Especially the stuff with Riku and Brother. Why, Japan? God! I have had to create a list of manga that I've read over the years that I've now crossed off of things I will read because they had incest. Some of them, it was like the first book I bought. It was like, why? Why is this a thing? No! And it's always so, like, not even relevant to the plot. They just throw it in there, like, for spice. God. Oh, man. Yeah, well, at one point, Brother hits on Yuna, but at another point, Riku hits on Yuna. Because... gross. Why she couldn't have hit on Pain? I mean, right there, another person. Ugh, but no. Because cousins is okay in Japan. Which is really funny because the people that I talk to the most about video games and stuff are my cousins. They're my former roommates. And we were talking and complaining about this, like, no, we would never do this! This is horrible! Alright, I need... Wish I could tell. Alright, well, if it keeps using Demi, we could survive one more turn. Let's do... There it goes. The hot spring, yes! Yeah, I was talking with my friend, cousin, / former roommate about this the other day. There's definitely an issue of sexualizing and sexualizing everything in Japan. But I think, and a lot of the stuff we get in the States because of that is very fetishy. Like, half the manga we get is just fetish manga. But I think part of that's just because I think there's a lot more manga in Japan that is genuinely good stuff we don't get because they're like, we must bring the fetish. It will sell to weirdos. I feel like there's still good stuff out there. We're just not getting all of it. I don't know about Japan. I mean, I'm just talking from being in the States and reading this stuff. Yeah, I've had that issue with stuff that I've stopped getting into because there was, like, weird incest stuff. Like, there was one manga, Ghost Diary, that I picked up because it had a really pretty cover. Nice. And literally the first book, the story is about how he loses his sister and is trying to find her. And it's not... It kind of toys with the concept because he wants to find his sister and he has this female friend who's like, why do you care about finding your sister so much? You should love me and not her. And it's kind of positioned as if they are romantic rivals and the friend is a creepy stalker of him and they aren't even dating. And it's like, okay... It's his sister, so of course he wants to find her, and not to fuck her, just to have his sister back. And why are you such a creepy weirdo? And I wish you would go away. Oh, I hate stories like that. Oh, man. And that's what I'm talking about when I say, like, Final Fantasy X-2's main flaw is the fetish that creeps in, because they have that too. but it's only, I honestly really think it was because they felt like to market the game, they had to appeal to a certain crowd. Because who else is going to play a game with all girls? Obviously, no one else would do that. Jeez, I need to heal some folks, but he has more health.
Yeah.
Alright, are you dead yet? Yeah. Alright, let's... Do I have... Oh man, I was just thinking I need Riku, and it's like, oh yeah, I don't have Riku yet. Yeah, I think Bad Wrong Fun mentioned Riku and Pain as a couple. I'm all for that. Let's see. It's weird how fandom evolves. I don't know why. I'm not like... I don't study human behavior, so I don't know why these things happen. But I remember back when this game first came out and the fandom was developing around it, the relationships that were focused on so heavily. I mean, obviously, like any... They did a lot of Titus with Auron because the two main male characters. And that one bothered me because Auron practically raised Titus. Like, that's weird for me. But the other big one was Riku and Auron, which was, I was more like, yeah, okay, I could see she, like, admired him and stuff. And most of them would be, like, in 10-2, they'd find Auron again. So it was kind of interesting, and I felt like it was a lot also of young girls sort of putting themselves in Riku's place and sort of imagining themselves as this character they liked and imagining themselves with this character that they thought was, you know, attractive. It was really interesting that the kind of the ways that fandom evolves around certain characters. Titus and Auron is no for me, but Auron and Riku was fine, especially if they have it in 10-2 and she's older. It's just very neat. I like fandom history. Somebody put out a video recently on fandom history about the yaoi paddle, which I don't know if you were... I don't know if that was just an American thing or what. That thing's almost dead. Let's get that thing. The yaoi paddle was a phenomenon in, like, I guess early 2000s convention circles. It was a joke that started at a doujinshi booth, I think. They made these, like... Somebody, as a joke, made for them a paddle that just said yaoi on it. And it was funny, and people liked it, so they made more and started selling them. The problem was people went insane over it and started bringing them to conventions and hitting strangers with them. Like, it was legitimately an issue where if you cosplayed, you were afraid a stranger was going to smack you with a paddle. And it got to the point that people were getting sued, so eventually they just vanished, and the company stopped selling them. But somebody put out a video documenting this history. It was really neat. Am I planning to play Plague Tale? Yes, I recently heard about that one. Thought it looked neat. Sorry for... I'm stopping for a sec to see if I've missed some chat. And, I am with you, Lobselvis, about imagining characters ambiguously. Because I feel like they are fictional. So fictional characters ultimately exist for us. You know, and if I want to imagine every single fictional character as a gay person, there's no problem with that, because they're fictional and it doesn't hurt their feelings, you know? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Obviously, some people get their panties in a wad, but most of the internet nowadays, I think, is pretty decent about it. At least in the circles I run. Not everyone is, obviously, but... And especially it depends on what character and what you're imagining them as. People get uptight about, but... no fun. Let's see what else we're talking about. Yeah, I actually saw yaoi paddles in person. I let Titus die, my bad. I started going to conventions in 2000 and... I was 12. That was, what, 13? 14 years ago. Am I out of... No, I just can't read. So 14 years ago would have been 2005? And I think it was about the death of the yaoi paddle. I still saw them at conventions for a year or so, but I never saw anybody using them. I really didn't see them sold, and then they just kind of vanished. But I remember them existing, for sure. And I remember people... I think one of my friends actually asked someone to lightly tap their behind. Like, we were in middle school, so we thought it was hilarious, you know, which I think that was a lot of the audience for this, was young kids who thought it was really funny and wanted to be a part of the community, and it was an easy thing for them to latch onto and be like, yeah, I'm part of something, you know? And then they just took it too far because they're kids. And inevitably, the things that go too far often in the internet and in the culture nowadays is children, because nobody's regulating them because their parents didn't grow up with internet and don't understand it. I have feelings about all this because I have young cousins and nieces and nephews, and most of their parents are actually really smart about it. Oops, I forgot his arms came back. Yes, I love the lost shipment of yaoi paddles. That just delights me. If you watch the video, there is a shipment of, like, I don't know how many paddles that just got lost and they don't know where they are. And I love that. Just somewhere in the ether. Oh, man. Don't you dare kill Yuna! There we go. This guy has a ton of health. Like, he's not too hard. He is just a damage sponge because of these arms. Katsuki, be nice. I'm actually considering making a video defending Titus, all because of the stuff I've heard about him lately. I was literally at the convention this last weekend, and I bought this really neat, like, box set of Final Fantasy X that I'm gonna do a video and show all the stuff and talk about it. It was really cool. I was super excited, and I talked to the person in charge of the booth for a little bit about Final Fantasy, and the first thing out of his mouth was that Titus sucked. I'm just like, no one is required to like a character, but the narrative around Titus drives me insane. Because you don't see it about any of the other Final Fantasy protagonists except for Vaughn, and Vaughn's is valid because he was written in last minute to appeal to teenagers. So he doesn't have any role in the story whatsoever. That is the complete opposite of Titus. Titus is imperative to the narrative. Imperative to the narrative. He is so important. He has such a great character growth, and I feel like a lot of people hate him because he's a jock. Which is, you know, a lot of people have bad experiences with that type of personality, but, you know, Cloud, Squall, even Zidane are a lot more traditionally masculine, and they get a lot less hate, like especially Cloud and Squall. In the beginning, I think Squall was kind of hated because he came after Cloud and he was a lot younger, but his way of being sort of traditionally masculine and emotionally distant, even though that was shown as like a weakness in the story and he eventually grew out of it, like that was considered okay because he was, you know, still being like a manly guy. But, or, you know, Titus is over here crying and being, you know, emotional, so he's a brat and no one likes him. It drives me insane. No one is, you know, required to like a character, but when so many people miss the point that Titus is meant to be, you know, an emotionally vulnerable person because his father wasn't, and that's what led to his father failing his quest. It's just, I'm gonna make a video about it. I have feelings. Yeah, it's true. I love all the character, like, protagonists of the Final Fantasy series. I have problems with Vaughn, but it's really not Vaughn's fault. It's the fault of the development team that decided that they had to have a young protagonist to appeal to their demographic. Because originally Bosch was going to be the main character of Final Fantasy XII. And you can tell. Like, the prologue to the game is so much longer than it needed to be, and it takes a while to really get off the ground, and it doesn't get off the ground until you get Bosch as a character. And it really feels like a lot of stuff was sort of tacked on and added in to explain why you're playing as this kid, Vaughn. And I don't hate his inclusion. It could have been done better, and he could have been a side character. But just including the character because he's young and he'll appeal to the young people... Dumb. That's another reason that game took so long to came out, was because they changed so much crap. And that was what Matsuno left over, because he was like, seriously? This is dumb! I'm pretty sure including Vaughn was the thing that the straw that broke the camel's back and why he finally left. Yeah, Cloud is definitely a character that I think grows on you, and you really, because you don't know him for real when you play the game for the first time. You're seeing, you know, a false face. And a lot of the characters in that game have really great character arcs, but I think it's easier to appreciate them once you've played it again. Which, I mean, the fact that, you know, there's a major death in the game, playing it a second time really hits you emotionally. It's meant to be played more than once. A lot of these games are, but I think Final Fantasy VII is a big example. Let's put you out. Okay, but see, people that say Balthier should be the main character of 12, it's kind of the same issue as this game, where I've had some people say Yuna should be the main character, and I get it. She's the most important character, the most, you know, Balthier is the most interesting character in that game, but there's an aspect of the character that you have to see them from the outside to really appreciate them. Like, the plot points don't work if you're playing as them. Like, being Vaughn the kid and admiring this really cool sky pirate is what makes, you know, what little of Vaughn that works is because of his relationship with Balthier. And the same thing, Titus and Yuna works because we get to see Titus and how much he loves and appreciates this girl, and so we feel the same admiration, which then makes the big plot points of this game hurt more, because we admire and love Yuna through Titus's eyes. And she's dead. She's dead! No! Oh, man. Y'all keep getting me distracted talking on tangents. That's alright, we're having fun. This boss is a damage suck, jeez. But now we have our summon. Let's see, who's Titus? Let's haste Yuna. Yes, Titus is also very important as a view into this world, since we don't know anything about this world. It's so much easier to understand everything as an outsider looking in. And a lot of the most poignant moments of the game are his dialogue, his telling the story. It just, this story is so well crafted, and it hinges so heavily not just on Yuna, but on Titus. And the fact that so many people miss the point of his character and just hate him for being his type of personality, just, you claim to love this game, but you hate half of what makes it work. I don't get it. And it's always guys. I'm not kidding. Every person I've ever talked to about this game who has told me, oh, I hate Titus, he's so annoying, it's dude. They just don't like how, I guess, either, I feel like, depending on the dude, I feel like it's either the fact that he's a jock rubs them the wrong way, which, you know, to each their own, or the fact that he's so not traditionally masculine, he doesn't fit their idea of what masculine should be. I feel like that's the two camps that I see with Titus hatred. Like, I mean, and I don't mean, I don't like that character, he's not my favorite, I mean, like, I hate him! Like, those people that have to tell everyone how bad this character is. Alright. I think if I Sonic Wings him, maybe I could go one more time? Not that I can tell, since I can't freaking see behind my face. Oh, and he's immune, so that doesn't work anyway. Oh, he's just gonna keep demmying me. That's fine with me. So, I don't know about if Kamari was loved by furries. I know he's loved by furries now, because half my friends are furries, because half the artists online are furries. I assume he was. I feel like all my friends growing up who are furries now who played Final Fantasy, their favorite characters were always like Nanaki and Kamari. And the cast from Final Fantasy IX, like half those characters were furries. Man, is he gonna be able to kill me if all he does is cast Demi? Does Demi eventually cause? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. It's almost dead anyway. See, okay, so Delvin says, how is he a jock? He seems more into his feelings and you know, blah, blah, blah. And I get exactly what your point is. And that's the issue with people that have this problem with him. And one of these people is my cousin. I feel like I've just talking to him and knowing him, I feel like this is his issue. Is a lot of people grew up with these jock sport types, people that were very vapid and very maybe bullying them, and which a lot of time in American culture, in our media, the bully is usually a jock, because a lot of times jocks are bullies because of the way that our culture is anyway. But if you actually examine and look at Titus's character and the way that he's set up against his dad, like there was a scene earlier where he tries to do the Jek shot and he has this memory of Jek telling him, oh, you can't do it, nobody can, I'm the greatest, and he does it. And then he tells everybody around him as they're asking, hey, how'd you do that? He's like, everybody can do it, I'll teach you. And it completely shows that he's not what people think he is, and that he's so much kinder than his dad, and that's why he's going to succeed on this quest. So, on the outside, yeah, he's a jock, he's a sports kid, but he's not a bully. His dad was the bully, but everybody loves Jek. I don't get it, I really don't. I think he's a great character. I mean, he's not my favorite character in Final Fantasy, but he definitely makes this story stronger. As a kid, Auron was definitely my favorite male character. I think everybody's favorite male character was Auron, because he's a badass, and everybody loves the badass. The emotional kid, and I mean, again, he's like 17. You know, he is a child. And people are like, he's such a crybaby. Yeah, I think if my dad became a demon that was killing the world, I would also be upset. Yes, exactly, Bad Wrong Fun. I feel like a lot of people that hate Titus hate him for that reason, because he is the jock. But he's not. These people are just idiots. And again, I'm not saying that you have to like every character. I just feel like these people that vehemently hate characters for dumb reasons and are always talking about it everywhere, like, ugh. Can't even walk up to a guy at a convention and say, hey, you like Final Fantasy X? Yeah, I hate the main character. Thanks, bye. Every time. Poor Auron. I love when Haste has them, like, injured and they're like... Come on, you were like so almost dead. As is my entire team. I think I'm about to use my last... No, I want... Let me look at Lulu. Yeah, Auron is definitely very, Ooh, yes, I've totally got you. He's definitely got that sort of aura to him, Akatsuki. I think he's earned it. By the end of the game, you learn why he is this way. I really like him for his choices. I think he's a great character. And especially because you learn he's actually really a huge nerd that just doesn't let his emotions show because he's lost so much. It's so sad. Like, if you watch the flashback videos with him and Jekt and Braska, he's such a huge nerd. Oh no. Here we go. Hi, Dad!
Let's go!
Hi, son, how are you doing? Are you doing your homework? I'm not going to school, Dad. I'm trying to kill you. Oh, okay. I guess that's cool. How's your mother? She's dead, Dad. She died. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Oh, and you're shooting me now. Look. Oh, my acne is falling in the ocean.
Charge!
Oh, this is such a sad scene.
Look out!
Run! The cactar is so out of place. Everybody else is like, run away. And she's just got her plush toy. Oh. Oh, seizures. Sin used electric shock. It's super effective. I completely forgot about this. We get to play with Seymour! He just saved my girl!
Lady Una.
Yes.
God, I love Seymour. He's such a great character. Ugh. I love to hate him. And now I get to play as him! Can I heal? Do you have Curaga? No, but you do have Cura. Yeah, there's definitely some new metal spread throughout the game. I think this is one of the Seymour's fighting themes. This is definitely one of Seymour's fighting themes. The one from the beginning is Jack's fighting theme. We'll hear that again later. Alright, let's try Power Break on you. You are nowhere near as strong as the other guy. Oh, but I still have to deal with the arm thing. Great! Can you summon? Oh, it won't let me. Damn, that would have been fun. Let me summon Anima! I love that phrasing. It's moving suspiciously! Can I even attack with Yuna? I don't... Oh, she knows life? When did you learn life? I didn't even notice. I'm clearly not paying attention. This is such a cool setup. I completely forgot this happens, but it's such a... Up until this point, we've seen Seymour... You know, he saved the city in Luca, but he was kind of suspicious and strange. He made Yuna uncomfortable, so he was kind of having bad vibes, and then Titus made some comments that made us feel like he was having, you know, bad vibes. So we've had bad feelings, but then we get this scene where Yuna wakes up and Seymour is saving her life. So now it's like, how do we feel about this guy? And they keep going back and forth on him for a while, making you kind of doubt, am I being suspicious for no reason, or is he really a bad guy? And it's really great. I love that they play with this idea that Seymour, I don't know. I feel like they kind of tried to do that and not with Kuja and 9, but very, very quickly it became obvious that Kuja's bad. I feel like Seymour and Vane from 12 both play at being the good guy for a lot longer, and it's really neat. Especially because Seymour, in his mind, he is, like, he's not... Seymour's motivations make the most sense to me. Like, he's not being evil for evil's sake. He wants to destroy the world because the world already is, like, it's destroyed, it's broken. And he just wants to basically... He's sort of the other end of, you know, if we can't fix it, destroy it, you know? And I kind of get it, like, he lost a lot and been through a lot and is probably ready for it not to be like this. I can't even imagine living in a place where every, 10 years a horrific cataclysm happens all the time. Never stops. Akatsuki, I think he's both. I think he is a bad guy and a man with unusual tastes. Oh, man. I really want to listen to what his Japanese voice actor was, because I feel like his American voice definitely has very much sort of a stereotype attached to it. It's very typical villain, you know? A light hoity-toity hello. I can't do the voice. It sounds bad. But, I wonder what it is in Japanese. Because I feel like, honestly, I think the voice in this game just immediately, that's a bad guy. For sure. Even without all the other signs, it's like, no, he's bad. That's a bad man. He also looks stereotypically bad, but you could kind of get away with saying most Final Fantasy characters look ridiculous. But, that whole moment with Yuna where he just kind of stares at her and she, like, gasps. Bad guy! I think it's dead now. I play the Final Fantasy phone game, and my team typically has Seymour on it. I really love playing with him. Nice! Nice! Gonna have to upgrade.
The others!
This whole scene is just heartbreaking. God. I feel like 10, replaying it now, 10 has a lot of the strengths that Silent Hill 1 does, where it shows a lot of its tragedy and its pain with silence. Ugh.
What's going on? Why? What? What's going on?
Don't you run away from me!
JF says that this was such a setup, and I totally agree. I think this was definitely...
Everyone, stand back! I'll summon!
You won't hurt it! Your powers are still too weak.
But I must do something!
You can't!
That whole exchange is so hard. Oh, it's so bad. It hurts so bad. And something interesting to notice. Titus is usually the person Yuna turns to when things are rough. she tends to lean on him. And I think this may be sort of the start of... You're starting to see when Titus isn't there.
I have no idea
Seymour
what I was
conveniently
thinking when I
happens
ran
to
after
be.
Sin that day.
The game
Before
is
I
starting
knew what I was
to
doing,
pair them against
there
each
I
other.
was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry. Maybe I wanted to go home. I kept thinking of Zanarkand and my old man.
Yeah, the music in this game is amazing. This song is Someday the Dream Will End, and it's my favorite. Oh. Oh, this part's so heartbreaking, too. This is all the people that just died, and we're just watching them run around confused. God. And one of them was that child that was outside. Oh. And there's Luzu. This scene is so eerie. Because clearly we're meant to be Titus, trying to catch up to Sin and sort of brushing across that plane of reality. But it's showing it through our eyes. We're seeing it literally. And it's just an eerie scene.
They say you don't practice anymore, that you're gonna retire.
Let them talk. I'm still the best.
They say you're no good because you drink all the time.
I can quit drinking whenever I want.
Then do it now.
What did you say?
You just said you can.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Why not today?
Why do today what you can leave for tomorrow? There he goes again, crying.
I thought I sensed my old man there. Somewhere. Or maybe it was just Sin's toxin playing tricks on my mind. How many died today? People die and Yuna dances. When will she stop dancing? When will it stop? Yuna won't stop dancing. Not until Sin is gone. Those were my thoughts then, I think.
I see you're still here.
Huh?
Many stories ended here today. But yours goes on, I see.
What?
I think Orin has fun being
Sin had come and gone.
completely
but I remained here.
Totally difficult to understand. Just he's like the grandpa that says confusing things to confuse his grandchildren on purpose. To make everybody think, are you delusional or just being weird on purpose?
You were in contact with Sin again. The toxin. Are you okay?
I think she has to perform the sending whenever anybody dies from Sin specifically. I don't think it's really necessary otherwise. I think it's the tragedy of the sudden violent death, maybe associated with the fact that everybody lives with this horrible fear over their head of Sin
retreat.
all the time. I don't know.
Satisfied?
What do you mean?
Those who turned from Yevon died, while the faithful live on.
The past 10 years have changed you, I see.
He's totally right.
You do not look so well. But now, more than ever, you must be the people's strength, their confidence. Anyone else would be expected to show their sorrow. But you are a summoner. You are Spira's hope. Until sin is defeated, you must not relent. Do you understand?
Yes. I understand.
Are you afraid? Yuna, take me as your pillar of strength. As Yunalesca had her Lord Zeon. Lady Yuna, until next we meet.
Flirting through religion. Farewell. Only Seymour. Oh man. This scene is so sad, but
Sin
that part's so funny.
is checked.
Yeah. For a while there, I thought I could feel him. But that doesn't mean I believe you.
Sin is checked. He came here for you.
So he killed all those people just for a chance to see me?
That's what Sin does. He wanted to show that to you. Do you know why?
How am I supposed to know?
So you would kill him. As long as he is Sin, Jecht will keep killing. He wants you to stop him.
You gotta be kidding. How do you know all of this anyway? I'm not done talking to you. Don't you run away!
You're the one running.
I love him. Alright. What other items? I'm sorry, dead people. Did not mean to run over you. Oh, there's a living person. That sucks. Damn, they got rid of 2 political rivals. Because they killed a lot of Al-Bhed, and they killed the Crusaders, who are technically not exactly part of the church. Damn, that is messed up. Ah, man, I loved when Auron was in Kingdom Hearts. Legitimately, I bought Kingdom Hearts 2 because I saw Auron was in it. Because I was a Final Fantasy X obsessed child. And he was one of my favorites. And Yuna was in it too, but I hadn't played 10-2 at that point, and I was not as much into that. But that was a cute sort of spin-off.
Are you alright?
No.
Hold still.
Would anyone be alright after this? You just saw, like, a bomb go off and a bunch of people die. Are you alright? Yeah, that's... oh. So tragic. Hey. The gang's all here.
Hey, you two. Hurry up.
She's awfully cheerful.
In dark times, she must be. She must shine bright.
Huh?
Now are dark times. Yuna tries hard.
We should help her then.
If we worry, she tries harder. Do not frown.
I love their little relationship.
Don't worry, be happy.
Kimahri, try too.
Smile, let me see.
Oh my god!
Sad.
I love the two of them. Alright. I'm gonna grab some more water, take a short break, and we will be right back. Why am I taking my glasses off? I'm gonna walk around blind for the next 5 minutes. let's do some leveling up. Take that out. Start right there. Oh, he's got one more. Let's see what time it is. I think we'll go for at least another 30-45 minutes. Maybe try to get through this next level for Guado Salam. And then call it a break. And then tomorrow I'll probably do more Fatal Frame, which I am looking forward to. Kind of had a stressful day, so I didn't want to do it today. And then what do you know? Streaming this became stressful. Oh well. It happens. And then hopefully freaking have more... I have more videos coming out. They're just, because of the convention and switching over to the new program, it's been taking longer than usual to get them finished. But a lot's been going on. It's been good. Second book is almost done. Ooh, my voice just went out for me. And I'm thinking I may try and write one on this. I think my first non-Silent Hill title will be Final Fantasy X, because we're replaying it, and there's definitely a lot to talk about. But that'll be a little ways away. Let's see, where do we... Go this way. That's a dead end. Kamani's board stinks. That's a dead end. So where do we get out of the dead ends? That's a dead end. Why is your entire board, like, locked? Jeez. Do I have any level 1 locks? I guess I just fill up what we've got and hope I get a sphere key at some point. Haha! A lot of people have asked for Shin Megami Tensei. The problem is a lot of people have asked for a lot of things, and trying to do all of them is a little overwhelming. But Shin Megami Tensei is one of the most sought after, and one of the ones I definitely will be doing. I have Persona 5 for the PS4, and that's where I'm probably going to start, but today showed me that the capture card and the computer are not strong enough to stream PS4. And Persona 5 is protected. You can't watch the cutscenes in streams, which is dumb. So I'm gonna have to figure... Probably gonna have to upgrade my rig soon. But, definitely gonna be doing Shin Megami Tensei soon. I'm hoping if I can start streaming, 5 days out of the week, then we can really cover some ground on some games. Start making some content. This way. Oh yeah, give me some health. I love leveling up to this sad music. This sad everybody died music. And we're just sitting here powering up. Did I save recently? I think I saved. We're just gonna go. Ha ha ha, Akatsuki. Oh, let's give... Suffering. Well... Probably here it'd be more useful to have the person that can make people not be stoned. Have that equipped. I'm hoping for at least Wednesday through Sunday being able to stream. It looks good right now because a lot of our stuff has changed schedule-wise and should not get in the way anymore. I had a lot of stuff going on personally and financially that we were dealing with, and appointments that we were dealing with, and most of that's done now except for the health stuff. I have a few more blood tests going on. Fun. Why are you called a bite bug? You don't even bite. You're like a sting bug. Alrighty. Nothing like grinding after major emotional trauma. Oh, man. Yeah, the stone proof only affects the person it's equipped with, but this way they can't petrify my healer and then I'm screwed if I'm out of, like, petrification items. I don't think we'll be in that much trouble, but I do know there's those basilisks that petrify people in this level, which are not fun. Swordplay. I just watched a video on YouTube by a guy called Cody Co, who did a bit about how anything with the word play in it now just sounds like fetishy. So now I'm thinking swordplay is like Titus's kink or something. Oh god, that reminds me, I meant to tell y'all. Jeez, I wish I'd gotten a picture. Oh, I'm so disappointed I didn't. So, at the convention this weekend, there was a booth selling doujinshi. There's usually one or two. This one was specifically just porn. Just porn. But out of curiosity, I was like, okay, maybe he has something that's not completely gross. I collect doujin. I want to see if you have anything for Final Fantasy X. And he had one thing. And the cover was Titus. He's sitting reclined. He's kind of sitting with his legs sort of, you know, akimbo, spread out, and his arms kind of to his side. He's not wearing anything on his torso, you know, top half naked, and pants unbuttoned and kind of unzipped a little bit, down a little on the waist, and his arms like this. So he's just kind of presenting himself. But the part that makes me wish I'd taken a picture, is that his face is this. Like, how did this happen? How did I get naked? I was there with a friend and I called him over to the booth and I was like, you have to look at this. And he's like, why did you curse my eyes with this image? If I have to have this in my brain forever, you have to see this too. God, and I am nothing. I am all for drawing and writing and you do you with your kinks and stuff. There's very few things that I'm like, no, don't. But that was just the funniest image. Oh my god. Oh man. Doujins are not all porn, despite popular belief. I own 5 or 6, and only one of them has sexual content. Which is fun because sometimes they're sealed and you don't know until you open it. And it's like, I bought this for the pretty cover, and there's a bunch of dicks. Okay, that's cool. But no, they're also just stories, and I am lucky enough to have a friend that is a teacher in Japan, teaches English, so sometimes I hire / bribe her to translate my stuff for me, and she's translated 1 or 2 of my doujins. I actually have, here, one sec. One of them, the cover is absolutely atrocious, and I regret buying it. I bought it. It was like my first doujin, I think. Wait, one sec. These are my doujins! And 2 of them are Final Fantasy X. One of them is incredibly ugly. Like, that's just... It's not attractive at all, but the art inside is better, and it's kind of like, without being able to read Japanese, it kind of looks like Titus thinking back on his childhood and his relationship with his dad and Auron as father figures, which was neat. And then this is actually a Final Fantasy Dissidia book, but it had Titus on the cover, and is about him and Cloud, I think? Not romantically, but kind of like how Titus is so upbeat and stuff, which was interesting. I don't have either of those translated, but they're neat. I like doujin. I think it's... I like pretty art. I like comics. I wish more doujin were in English, but what can you do? I think I own, 7 now? And yeah, only one of them I think is sexual. One of them's like Yuffie and Cloud's like brother-sister relationship, which is super cute. One of them is just like short, goofy one-shot comics about Final Fantasy XII. I bought it because I love the cover. Yeah, it's not as big a scene anymore. It was huge in the 2000s. At least, I mean, over here. I don't know about Japan. But it's really died down a lot. Now you might find one booth, maybe, that sells them at cons. It used to be everywhere. It used to be huge. Haha, he is immune to being stoned. He's already stoned. Yeah, I know you can't really see them that well. Maybe I'll show them in my next vlog. This is what annoys me about the PS4 not being able to stream through the capture card, because one of the reasons I wanted to is that I can adjust the camera size as big or little as I want, so you can actually see my freaking face in whatever I show y'all. But alas, the computer couldn't handle it. I'll have to show y'all in my next vlog, which will probably be tomorrow. Dingo! Gotcha! Okay, let's see. I don't think you guys get me. I really should look up, like, a chart that says who Kamari gets powers from. Alright, you're ice, so you're weak to fire. Right? Yes. I want a Cactuar plush so bad. They're so cute. There was one at the convention that was, like, 2 feet tall for, like, $50. Oh, I wanted it so bad. Oh, but that price is ridiculous. And a lot of those places overcharge completely because they know that it's a convention and people are out there spending reckless amounts of money. Oh, man. Oh no, did your chocobo die? Oh, they so tricked you, man. Oh, this was all a setup. It's a setup. Alright. Why not? Let's try it. Nice! Okay. And we don't really need you this round. Let's heal Orin, since he's kneeling over like an old man. Looks like he's having a little trouble. Here you go, old man. Why do the living fungi set me on fire? He's not a fun guy. Jeez! They are just picking on you. Alright, we wanna... I hope this Reno works on petrification. I guess we're gonna find out. Good. Okay. Sometimes it's only, like, certain side effects. Oh, boy. Alright, so... yeah, let's keep going. Kick this thing's butt. Ooh, he learned a new thingamajig. Really? I just healed my dudes. Stop stoning them! And he's dead. Ha! Piece of crap. Alright, he's low health. We're just gonna kill him. Bring Titus back from the dead. Hello! Welcome to the stream, folks. Yeah, plushies are pretty expensive, especially if they're coming over from Japan or if they've got any kind of age on them, which is sad. Ugh. I remember there was some really small, like, Eevees, Pokemon plushies that online from the official store were like $10, but when Walmart got them over here, they were like $25 because of, I guess, importing and all that, and it was like it was tiny for $25. What the heck? How am I supposed to spend that much money on something like that doesn't actually have a purpose? It just looks cute and adorable and I want it. I'm bad about plushies. Now Orin's dead. Oh, actually, she knows life.
Return to us.
Bring me back to life. Clearly, I haven't listened to that song in too long because I don't remember. Man, it's been too long since I've listened to Linkin Park. There was something about bring me to life, or was that Evanescence? Jeez, I've lost track. My childhood music has gone astray. Alright. Kill it! Seriously though, you're a plant. Why can you set things on fire? Explain. Explain this. Also, why do you have mouths? Multiple, plural mouths. It's upsetting to me. Greatly. Greatly upsetting. Man, that sucks. This game is hurting me.
Hey! How much longer till Xanarkand?
Still a ways.
First down the Moonflow to the Guado city of Guadosalam. Then we cross the Thunder Plains to the Temple of Makalania.
Oh, boy.
And before that, we get to pray at the temple in Jose.
We can't just skip all that, can we? Huh?
I have to pray to the faith in every temple in order to earn the final Aeon.
That's a summoner's training. She's got to prepare mind and body, all just to get ready for the final summoning.
Must be tough, Yuna.
I'll be fine with you here.
This game hurts me.
Hey,
it hurts me.
New guy.
Me?
Who else?
What can I do for you, boss?
Don't tell Yuna you know about Sin and Jekt.
Huh?
You know her. She would distance herself from you. We do not want that.
I see.
He is a
think.
wingman.
Yeah, but even if I did say something, no one believed me, you know?
Yuna would.
Ah, you have a point. Come to think of it, did I really have to know about Jekt? What about my feelings?
Better than you finding out at a critical moment, becoming emotional.
What? Me? Emotional?
I heard you were quite the crybaby.
Yeah, maybe when I was a kid. Maybe even a little now. Just a little. Hey, I still don't buy your story, you hear?
Nothing wrong with being emotional. I cry at every little movie. Every sad movie I watch, I cry.
Whoa!
I don't know why I'm crying. I'm not crying right now. Probably because I'm goofing so much.
Yuna, it is good to see you and your companions are well.
Yourselves as well, Captain. We were worried. Praise be to Yevon.
We escaped with our lives, but our troops were decimated.
Of all our chocobos, only this one made it.
We make pretty poor chocobo-mounted forces without chocobos.
You also make pretty poor forces without forces.
And cast away our faith. This is our just reward.
God, that's so fucked up. They really did just mess with all that just to brainwash the populace more.
Is that the Jose Temple?
Oh, okay. I thought it was a cutscene.
Awesome!
The Lightning Mushroom Rock. It only opens when a summoner is addressing the faith.
That means another summoner's already in there.
Another summoner?
What if it's Donna?
We have to hurry.
Right! In we go!
Yay! It's what's his face?
I beg your pardon, but may I ask your name?
I am Summoner Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
As I thought. The daughter of Lord Braska. You have the look of your father.
My father? You knew him?
No. I have never met the man. Ah, my apologies. I am Isaru. I am a summoner, like you.
I'm Fussy. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Maroda. I'm guarding my big brother here.
Since I was a child, I've always looked up to Lord Braska. I wished I would someday become a high summoner like he was. You must have some of your father's talent in you. I believe you might someday defeat Sin.
I'm not really. I've only just become a summoner.
Of course, I've no intention of losing either. So perhaps we should race to see who can defeat Sin first, no?
Oh, very well then. I accept your challenge.
Isaru!
Yuna, I beg your leave. Good luck to both of us.
His face is so low poly compared, like, it's just so clearly not been updated. That's so jarring.
Hey, you.
Me?
You
Hello.
are Yuna's guardian,
Welcome.
no? Maroda's heard a curious rumor. I thought you should know.
I heard it from those Crusaders. Seems that summoners have been going out on pilgrimage and just disappearing.
It could just be the fiends got them, but not so many so quickly.
Sorry I don't know more, but watch your back. Ain't much future for a guardian without a summoner, eh?
What? What y'all talking about?
We're talking about doing your job as a guardian.
Hey, I'm doing good. Right, big brother?
Please be careful.
They're so cute.
Will do.
I love those three so much.
Passe!
Oh, what?
We're leaving!
Be right there.
They're so
See
cute.
ya.
And so sad if you actually know anything about this universe. That whole scene. Oh, this isn't, like I said, Final Fantasy plays so much better after one play. Like when you know things. Oh man. It hurts so much more. Oh. Oh, Chocobo. Oh, my Chocobo. Oh, let's see what's over here. Give me a treasure. Treasure! Okay, but this seems like dangerous. Like, if you walk too close, can't it just, like, leap off and get you? I guess maybe you just have to be inoculated if you live in this temple or something. It's the blessing. Yeah, like, look at this. It's just arcing everywhere. Jeez. Hope you don't have a pacemaker.
The cloister of trials lies...
Yes, let us be cloistered.
All right, Guardians, at attention.
We are ready.
All right, let's do it.
So, out of curiosity, because I've seen some comments in the chat, and I'm trying to be spoiler-free, how many people here have played the game, or, like, they know what's gonna happen? They know the story? And don't, if you do know it, don't say anything, in case, you know, others don't. Let me know if you don't know the story. Because I'm curious. There's, you know, I don't know. Final Fantasy has a tradition of having a big reveal that changes the story. And this one has a pretty big one. Alright. Oh, I actually remember this puzzle! That may or may not help us. Okay. Okay. I think I need to push this over here. And it's gotta have 2 things in it. Okay. I thought that might be the case, Akatsuki, from some of your comments. I was like, oh, okay, I don't think Akatsuki knows the whole story. But most people, it seems to. Yeah, I think you might be the only one. Oh, no, Heather also says. It's a good game with a good twist, so I will not tell the twist. But it's definitely something that playing for a second time makes a lot of scenes so much sadder. Okay, maybe he's supposed to be in the wall. No, do not put it in the sphere-shaped recess. Put it over here. Get over here. There we go. Alright, so that did something. And I think I need to put some in this thing. Yep, awesome. I did it! Right, now it's supercharged. Okay. I guess I put it here? I don't remember where the supercharged one... Aha! That is where it goes. Yay! I opened the door! Ah. Didn't have a PS2 back in the day. See, I was the opposite. I grew up with just the PS2. Well, no, I had the PS2 and I had the Game Boy. We had some other systems, but inevitably, they broke or died. My parents put our Nintendo, our NES, and our Sega Saturn in the attic. And, it got hot. And they fried, both of them. Because it gets very hot where I live, and they did not like being in the attic. There is... I thought I could take the ones from the door. Guess not. So I played, like, a little of Sonic and some other things back in the day, but, no, for the most part, I was PS2 kid. I just got an Xbox recently. No. Huh, what's that? Let me see if I can do anything with the glyph first before I throw this over. Maybe. So it looks like there's something up there. Can I take you? No, okay, I can't interact with that. Yes, thank you, Dagger. Dagger sent me the guides on Final Fantasy X's temples in Discord. So if we do get super lost, I can just look that up. But I think I remember how to do this one. Probably gonna need it for the Bevel one, because that one's insane. Alright, I think I push this into the ground, and then it will let me cross over. Uh-oh. Yay! I was right! When it fell down really low, I was like, oh no, did I do it bad? Alright, what's this? Nice! Okay. So now I can go back, and I can summon the thing back and take the spears and put them in the walls. Yeah. The Switch port of Final Fantasy X is out, and if you don't already have the game, or if you're a weirdo like me and want to own every copy of the game, I highly recommend it. I really cannot wait to play it on the Switch. I don't own it yet because it's expensive, but the idea of having portable Final Fantasy X appeals to me greatly. Where do I need to go to get the wings? I bet you it's here. Yep, that's the wings. Alright. And then we'll take the one from the wall. Push this out of the way. Don't know about the destructions? There's a second portion of this temple. I'm almost like 90% certain. Because we haven't done the destruction sphere. I can't talk. There's also a Final Fantasy XII Switch port, which is my other favorite Final Fantasy. I highly recommend that one too. Especially because that one has like a lot of side questing and stuff you can do, which is really great for, you know, portable on the go, wasting time kind of thing. Yay! Right, that's where... There's something on the wall there. This is flickering. What are you? Aha! You are a secret. Take it. Gotta be this over here. Maybe if I put another... Let's take you. Yeah, I know. I'll put it back in a second. Wonder... Yeah, I don't care about it that much. Let me look at the guide real quick, just to see. Just to see if it's an interesting item that we would actually care about. Alright, is this the Jose Temple? What item is in your secret place? It's a weird way to put it. I don't care. Okay, it's in the next area. So what I want to do is just take the sphere down with me when I go on the elevator. Alright, I can do that. I really like grinding, but I like doing it for, for a purpose. Like questing and stuff. I have a harder time when it's just like, I need to level up to further the game's plot because it drives me nuts. It's like, I just want to keep playing! Alright, so this is the... I'm gonna make it arc electricity, if I remember right. Yeah, okay. This is so not to code. This violates so many, like, health and safety laws. Not safe. Not at all safe. I keep trying to sit up straight, but my leg's falling asleep. Clearly I need to change my setup here. The microphone is only really able to sit in one place, but it's not the most comfortable situation. So that's all electrified. So... what does that do? Oh! That might be what I need to do. I think I need to take... where'd it go? Oh. Where'd it go? It's gone. I guess. Maybe it's on the top floor now? We'll find out. Because... well, dang. Alright, let's double check. Okay, apparently I've just missed pushing something. Because I can't see it. There we go. I knew you needed... a pedestal is supposed to appear in the center. And I apparently just didn't push these, so... my bad. There we go. Alright, and I think that's the exit to the main area. So... how... yeah, that was easy enough. Give me that treasure. Yay, we did it! More destruction of property! That's actually a useful item. Alright. Let's go. Hi, buddy.
Stop pacing around. Be calm and wait.
But I want to pace!
We wait here.
Well, well, you again.
This bitch.
Still traveling with quite the crowd, I see. What is it, Bartello? You know this riffraff?
You are... Arin, no?
What of it?
Can I shake your hand? Arin. No, Sir Arin. You're the reason I became a guardian.
Oh my god.
Thank you, sir. This means so much to me.
I'm never washing
Calling
this
the
hand.
personal guardian the Lord Braska riffraff?
And you call yourself a summoner?
Ha ha ha.
Bartello, enough. Get back
Those two, Lulu
there,
versus
buddy.
Donna,
Right?
would end everything. Oh man, that was great. I love that scene so much. Oh.
Pick spot. Shut up. Wait. You grow stronger, but are still a pup. You grow...
I guess that's all he's gonna say.
Quite the show, yeah? Not so good on the heart, though.
No, it's not. Physically, it's bad
Not
for the
all
heart.
summon-
What are you looking at? What? Okay. Staring at Orin, maybe? Or these two?
I swear, I'll never wash this hand again.
Please, touch me with that hand and I'll remove it.
Oh my god.
How much longer? She sure is taking her sweet time. We've got places to go. We can't be kept waiting like this.
Can't be kept
We've got
waiting like
places-
this. What a brat.
You should try to settle down. Yuno will be blamed if anything happens.
He's not a 12-year-old.
Now we wait. Now we wait.
Everybody acts like he's
Stop
gonna break
pacing around.
something.
Stop pacing.
And that's all he has to say, okay. I think if I approach the exit... Yep. That did it!
You owe much to your father.
God.
All these guardians. And Sir Orin, too? And I hear Maester Seymour's quite taken with you. The world must look different when you're the daughter of Lord Braska.
This has nothing to do with my father. I'm traveling on my own, as a full-fledged summoner.
Oh, is that so? Then try standing on your own two legs for once. Your guardians won't be able to protect you when the time comes.
I love Titus in the background punching the air like, go get her, girl! Oh, man. I love him as a cheerleader for her.
No matter how dark the night, morning always comes. And our journey begins anew.
Thank you, Fortune Cookie.
We're leaving once Yuna gets here.
Donna has left. Isaru too.
Oh my god, the monkeys are playing with Orin. The monkeys are playing with Orin.
Get ready for the journey ahead.
Orin, pet that monkey. He wants your attention, so does his friend.
Get ready for the...
Seriously, how heartless could you be? They're adorable. They want your love. Ooh, treasure. Alright. Let's see. Let's go and... I think there might be another... Okay, maybe not back there. Can I go in here? Let's buy some items. Fencing saber. Not useful. Really don't feel like we're gonna find anything useful for a while. Though that one's a little stronger, so may as well. So is that. But not until we can actually make our own equipment is it really gonna matter. Yes, yes, yes. Give me items. Kind of running low on these. Alright. Let's get this treasure. And then we will save. And then I think we can trigger the next scene. Alright. I think if I leave...
We're leaving once Yuna gets here.
Okay, so I think I go check on Yuna. If I remember correctly. Where is the path to go in the back? I guess not. How? She doesn't like that I'm behind the desk. How do I trigger it? I know there's some sort of scene here with Yuna.
We're leaving...
No matter how... And our journey...
Donna has left. Isaru.
Alright, what if I go in the temple? Or what's over here? There's something over here? Aha! There is a treasure chest back here. Nice. Ooh, those are some good items. This is a good temple! These monkeys. Still, Orin's so heartless, ignoring the monkeys. Oh, good night, Heather. Thanks for joining us. We'll probably be streaming tomorrow at 6 as well. Probably do Fatal Frame, though. Yeah. Let's see. Oh.
She was working until dawn. Healing the wounded, sending the fallen.
Okay. I guess I'll just let her sleep for now, then.
Yeah.
Ah. Morning.
What? Morning?
Don't worry.
But it's morning. I'm so sorry. I'll get ready right away. Just a moment.
Don't worry.
Goodness.
It's okay.
Oh my god. I need to go back in that room, though, because there was a treasure chest. No, let me.
Yo, sleepyhead.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Really, there's no rush. Here, your hair.
A summoner with bad hair. What's the world coming to?
You could have woken me up.
We called to you, but with all that snoring.
What is it today? Everyone's picking on me. Oh, you too, Sir Orin?
Once Lady Yuna fixes her hair, we leave.
I hadn't really laughed like that in a long time. It was only later that I realized. The only one really laughing then was me. Laughing must have been the only thing keeping them going.
That's such a lovely scene. I love it so much. And that's a good moment to end on. I'm gonna get that treasure chest, and then we'll save, and we'll call it a night. Ugh. So many feelings. Oh,
I'm going back to Besaid. With Luzu gone.
Yeah. It'd be hard fighting alone, wouldn't it?
Most of the other Crusaders have already left. I'll go soon.
Poor kid. Ugh. Yeah, that part is very adorable, and it's a good family moment. Oh, and now you're just gonna lay down and take a nap? Okay, well, I guess if you were lending your bed out all night, understandable. I want this chest. Yay! Alright. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to, I cannot remember their name, I shouted them out earlier, but to the person that donated, that was very sweet of you. More streams soon, probably Fatal Frame tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. And once again, I'll be adding some emojis in the future. I just added one of Titus, but it was a first draft. I gotta update it a little more. But those are for members, so if you join my channel, you'll get to use emojis, and in the future we're gonna have members-only events and stuff. I've gotta coordinate that. But, yeah, and more videos soon. Tomorrow, I hope, knock on wood. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for joining us.